But from a distance, traditional leaders still have significant influence. So how do we channel that influence that we know our leaders have, into development in the communities? Or can the influence traditional leaders have serve as some kind of entry point into development in our communities?
Totally agree with you. But we live in a democracy. We live in a country that is ruled through law. We live in an environment which is governed by our constitution. And every person who is a citizen of Ghana is subservient to the constitution. Our constitution as it is, if you look at the Chieftaincy Act, for example, that seeks to govern and regulate the role of chiefs, its sole purpose is to arbitrate over customary laws and promote traditions and customs within their traditional areas, and set up traditional courts to review traditional and customary issues that comes up to their attention. So, but yet, even with this, we know that our chiefs still command so much respect, whether it is among the politicians, the clergy, the youth, or the rest of the population. They are still held in such high esteem because the institution of chieftaincy is in our soul. It is in our DNA. It is something that we hold in the utmost reverence. And whether laws or not, our chiefs are still people that we hold in the highest esteem. And it will be in the best interest of our politicians who maybe in the beginning didn't want a situation where there was power sharing. For them, we had entered the era of democracy. We had a constitution and all the powers were vested in the states. So if they became the elected government of the day, there could never be two masters in the same room. But I don't think our traditional leaders or our chiefs want to go back to the era around maybe before 1896. They don't want to go there. Certainly, they know they have a role to play. And they are capable of playing those roles. You take a place like my hometown, my village in Ankasi. Until recently, there was no police post. There's no MP living there. There's no military organization living there. There's no president living there. But the traditional dictates of the chief ensured that on Tuesdays nobody went to the farm. That if you were summoned to the chief's palace, you came running with the elders in your family. You were summoned and you had to sit, and whatever ruling that was made against you, you complied with alacrity. Sometimes even the defeated party will get up and thank the chief for rendering justice, such that he didn't feel maligned. So this is a major force to be reckoned with, and it is incumbent on our politicians to be dispassionate about the role that chiefs can play and ensure that for the sake of national development, not partisan politics, because for our political parties, it is the party first before the country. If only one of these days, one of these political parties, whether it's the NPP or the NDC, can rise up to the occasion and realize that chiefs have a role to play, and the sooner we get them on board within a certain regulatory framework to be part of our national development, we still are shortchanging ourselves. It's almost like running with one leg tied behind your back.